Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome as well. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today is how to be successful in the gym business. How to be successful in the gym business. Now, before we get into our topic here today, this is a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, please check those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding, you have an existing operation, you might need working capital, we can help provide funding for up to $400,000. It's unsecured, there's no restrictions on use, minimum credit score of 680 or better in each credit bureau, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion is kind of the basic qualification there, and then a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding, for more information and other options on financing programs that are available to you. So with that said, let's get into our topic here today, and it's how to be successful in the gym business. How to be successful in the gym business. And so number one on my list, it's a willingness to take chances. As the old saying goes, you can't hit a home run if you don't swing the bat. And it's a little bit of the same thing here. Now, what I suggest you do is, make it calculated, do your research, okay? Don't do so much research that you kind of procrastinate it, but make it a calculated risk, okay? But a willingness to take chances. Okay, number one on my list. We don't ever want to get too comfortable. I call it, success apathy. Just because we've had success in the past, doesn't mean we're going to have success in the future. Number two on my list of how to be successful in the gym business, have unique value. Have unique value. What are you providing in your marketplace that nobody else is doing? What are you doing that's so much better than everybody else? Because the more you do that, okay, it expands your marketplace. It's no longer about price. You're no longer compared to somebody else. There's such great values there. What you don't want to kind of find yourself is you're being compared to somebody else. Oh, you're just like this, or you're just like this. What's unique about you? What's your differentiation? Number three, it's that customer-centric approach. It's that member-centric approach. One of the biggest challenges in the fitness industry, is that issue of attrition. And I see clubs that lose 75% of their member base every year. They churn through it that fast. Even if your attrition's at 4% a month, you're losing half your member base every year. That's a lot. Puts a lot of pressure on the business, puts a lot of pressure on sales and marketing. And when we talk about a customer-centric approach, it's a direct correlation between those attrition issues and the member experience, and make sure we're giving that kind of member experience that makes them want to stick around. I've always referred to it as super service. We want to give them more than they ever bargained for, more than they ever expected, and really challenge yourself to come up with the programs to be able to do that. Number four on my list on how to be successful in the gym business is good marketing. One of the things that is a big challenge for any independent business, any independent gym, any small operation, is that issue of obscurity. Nobody knows who you are, and those that do don't have you at top of mind. And there's certainly paid and unpaid, portions of your marketing, but what the goal needs to be from a marketing standpoint is you want to be known by everybody in your community. Everywhere they turn, they see you. Okay, this is going to be one of the secrets. You can have the greatest facility, greatest classes, greatest everything, but if nobody knows you're there, and if they're not walking in that front door, it simply will not matter. Number five on my list of how to be successful in the gym business, strong vision. What's your vision for this? How do you see this? How do you want this to play out? Okay, what's the mission statement? Okay, really having that vision. Here's how we're going to see this, because that's going to be in part that driving force. Even the vision for you. I would talk about, why is this important for you? okay, and keeping that at the forefront as well. Number 6 on my list of how to be successful in the gym business, passionate leadership. Passionate leadership. Boy, we believe, we're all in, we're focused, we're determined, we're persistent, we've got a high level of tenacity. I mean, we're passionate leaders. This is the way, owners need to be, and really it's how we want to attempt to develop our team and develop our staff. We want that passionate leadership. Because ultimately, what's the goal here? Is we want to bring all of our customers up to our level of belief, our level of passion, our level of conviction, our level of enthusiasm. That's what we're trying to do. And we don't want them to be, taking us down to their level necessarily, but we need to make sure we're bringing them up to where we want to be. And then last on my list, number 7, of how to be successful in the gym business, empowered employees. Empowered employees. Okay, empower our employees. Number 1, make sure we train them, and there's a whole process in advance of that, of onboarding and things of that nature. You can check the channel for additional information. But once they're on board, continue training. We've got management training, a lot of things we want to do for them. But when I talk about empowered employees, I would always go back to, I think it was the book, The Nordstrom Way. It's an older book. And one of the things that the folks at Nordstrom did, they would empower their employees to satisfy a customer. Satisfy them. We want everybody satisfied. Maybe you create limits on dollar amounts and things like that, but empower your employees to satisfy complaints. Get things handled. Get it done now. Okay. Too often, if you have bad reviews or just customer complaints or issues, a lot of times it's nothing more than a communication issue that if you had an empowered employee, they could have got it handled right there. But also make sure we have that strong lines of communication. I like to have like a communications logbook online or at the front desk or something of that nature, where me as the owner, when things are handled, I can see what's happening, how it's being handled, and what we're doing. So empowered employees. So 7 tips on how to be a successful, have a successful gym business. So if you're new, if you're just getting started, look at some of these. These are things that you can include in your business plan. If you're already operating, how are we doing on these? And really hold yourself to account on these, because I know a lot of times when we're maybe not getting results and we'll say, oh yeah, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. Well, if we were doing that, you'd have the result. And one of the things too, a little extra here, I wrote an article a while back. It was called, Death of a Gym Salesperson. And what it was about people that really should be really good, but they weren't. And one of the things that we identified was the issue of honesty. And what I meant by it was honesty with ourselves. Are we being honest with ourselves? Hey, I'm doing all that, I'm doing all that, I'm doing all that, but I'm not getting results. The truth is, if we are doing those things, there should be some improvement. There should be some results in there. So, sometimes we have to take a good hard look and say, okay, am I doing those things? So take a look at those, see if they can help. Again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. If you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. Again, to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then if you're opening a new gym, you need funding, you have an existing operation, you need funding, we can help with funding for up to $400,000, unsecured funding, no restrictions on use, minimum credit score of 680 or better in all 3 credit bureaus, minimum income of $50,000 per year, each of the 2 previous years. Be sure to check out those links below for additional information on a variety of ways we can help provide funding for you. So again, my name's Jim Thomas. I appreciate you being here today, and we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.